Welcome back to the more Sip2Tally's Power Rankings. And today we're at number 18. We've done 32 through 19 so far. And so before we get into the 18th ranked team on the more Sip2Tally's Power Rankings, let's recap teams 32 through 19. So at number 32, we have the LA Rams. At number 31, we have the Detroit Lions. I'm getting a lot of flack about that team, but I'm trusting my gut on it. We'll see in December if I was right or if I was wrong. Number 30, Arizona Cardinals. 29, Washington Commanders. 28, Carolina Panthers. 27, Indianapolis Colts. 26, New England Patriots. 25, Las Vegas Raiders. 24, New York Giants. 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 22, the Houston Texans. 21, Jacksonville Jaguars. 20, Denver Broncos. 19, Tennessee Titans. And the number 18 team on today's countdown is the Vince Lombardi Green Bay Packers. The Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers. So, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, we know all the drama that went on with him wanting to stay, wanting to leave, and whatever, and he's gone. So now Jordan Love has been there, and actually Jordan Love is, I want to say this is his. They got to make a decision on his fifth-year option. Got to make a decision on his fifth-year option. And he played one game last year. One and a half games. And so now the ball is in Jordan Love's court. It's him with probably about 5 career starts, maybe, with Sean Clifford behind him and Danny Etling. So I can't put a whole lot of stock into Jordan Love, but he does have more experience than some of the rookie quarterbacks, and he was behind Aaron Rodgers, so I'm assuming some of that knowledge has soaked in, and he was able to pick up on some good habits from Aaron Rodgers, because even though we know Aaron Rodgers got bad habits, but he's one of the better throwers of the football that we've ever seen in the NFL. Whether you like him or not, you got to give him his props, because he throws dimes. Still at whatever age he is, 75, he's throw dimes. But this quarterback room with Jordan Love being a leader, I have ranked 25th. And, Jordan Love this will be his first year starting. This is technically his rookie year starting, but he's not a rookie because this is like his 4th or 5th year. But he's been around the game. He should know the speed of the game, and we just got to see him put his whole body to work together. We don't know if he can do it for a whole season, but we're about to find out, because he's going to be thrust into the fire. But what I do like, he's set up to be successful. Going over to his running back room. I have his running back room ranked 6. Aaron Jones and Quadzilla, A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon's going to get a ton of goal line carries. Aaron Jones can do it all. Aaron Jones can run between the tackles. He can run on the edge, catch the ball out the backfield. And, once they get inside the 10-yard line, you bring in A.J. Dillon to get those tough yards. We all know A.J. Dillon's, thighs are the size of California redwoods, so he's tough to tackle. Extremely tough to tackle. When you put that combination together, that's a pretty formidable duo, and I have them ranked 6. Now, wide receiver room. They got young guys. And then Christian Watson had a stretch where he scored like 6 touchdowns in like 3 games, but he's still young and it's still a stretch. I got that wide receiver room ranked 27. Watson is the best receiver in that room, even though they got Dubs too. Watson and Dubs got drafted together. They got Jaden Reed, I think, from Michigan State, who's a rookie. They also got Dontavius Wicks, who's young. They got Samuel Torrey, who played at Nebraska. I don't know if he finished at Nebraska. They got Bo Melton, who's 115 pounds. They got Malik Heath from Mississippi. I think he played at Ole Miss with Mingo. So they got a bunch of young receivers. Like, nobody's in this room that I see is over like 23. So they got people to grow with Jordan Love, and they just got a competition. But we know this is going to start with Watson and Dubs, and Watson showed a lot of potential last year, especially being 6'5" and running that 4.3 40. He showed it at points last year. But the wide receiver room I have ranked 27th. Tight end room I have ranked 30th. Luke Musgrove, Josh Nguara, Tucker Kraft, Tyler Davis. Musgrove's a rookie, and they got him listed as a starter. So that tells me all I need to know about that tight end room. Tight end room not very good. I have him ranked at 30. Josiah Nguara he's just a backup. He's just a name, really. And, Musgrove hadn't touched the field yet, and he's listed as your starter. So, they got rid of some decent guys. I guess it looks like they just going straight young on the offensive side, with the exception of the running back room and the O-line. The tight ends young, all the receivers young, quarterbacks young. So it's a youth movement in Green Bay, and it's probably time for it. But when you go to their O-line, I have their O-line ranked 8th. We all know Bakhtiari has been a stable on that team for a long time, and if he can stay healthy, he should be good. Elton Jenkins has came into his own as a guard. Josh Myers played good at center last year. Runyon, we know from Michigan, is a big time mauler, and Josh Nemeth. Josh Nemeth has come into his own. But they also got two backup tackles that I really like. I liked Rasheed Walker when he came out of Penn State. Rasheed Walker gave Ojabo a pretty good run for his money that whenever, I'm not going to say the senior year because they don't play 4 years now, but whenever, because they came out together. Rasheed Walker and Ojabo came out that same year, and that year when Michigan played Penn State, Rasheed Walker held his own versus Ojabo. Now, he ain't hold his own versus Aiden Hutchinson, but Ojabo he did. And then Zach Tom you put in there too. So they got a pretty formidable O-line. I have their O-line ranked 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is the 8th best O-line in the NFL. All right, let's slide to the defensive side. And they're a base 3-4 team, so we're going to talk about their front 5. And I'll kind of give you the names on it. Kenny Clark as their left defensive end. Stanton as their nose tackle. Devontae White as the right defensive end. Preston Smith is one of the edge guys. And Rashawn Gary as the other edge guy. Now, with those names, when you hear Kenny Clark, you hear Preston Smith, you hear Rashawn Gary, you're thinking a high level or a high ranked defensive line. Not today, my friend. Not so fast. I got them ranked 21st. Reason why? They can't stay healthy. Rashawn Gary can't stay healthy. Preston Smith, he's all right. He had 8 sacks last year, all right. Devontae White, 1 sack. Kenny Clark's a run-stopping fool, but who gonna rush the passer? You got guys that can do it, but they got to be on the field to do it. And they're too injured. They're injured a lot. And so that hurts their ranking for me. So I have their D-line group ranked 21st. Yeah, they got big-time names up there. Kenny Clark, Preston Smith, Rashawn Gary. But you got to be on the field. You got to be. So let's move over to the cornerback room. And they got one of the best corners in the league, Jair Alexander. Now, what I will say about their cornerback room, they got a boatload of speed. Jair can run. Rasul Douglas can run. Keyshawn Nixon was the special teamer Pro Bowler. You know he can run for all those punt returns. I ain't even talk about Eric Stokes, who probably is the fastest one back there. So they got guys that can burn in their secondary. And with that being said, being led by Jair, because Rasul can cover too. I don't want to leave that out. Not saying they just fast and they can't cover. They can cover also. I have them in the 11th best cornerback room. That's with Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, Eric Stokes, Keyshawn Nixon. Those guys they get after it. They can get you in their nickel package and their dime package and still run with just about anybody in the NFL. But not just about. They can run with anybody in the NFL. Nah. So not just about. Moving to the safety room, which is the last position on the countdown today, they got 21. Darnell Savage still sitting back there. Even though he lost his running mate, Adrian Amos. Amos was Savage's running mate for a long time, and they were pretty good together. He got Jonathan Owens back there. But I still think Darnell Savage is one of the better corners, safeties, even though he's pushing 30 now. Owens is not enough of a Robin to his Batman, and Savage is to the point where he was the Robin anyway. Amos was the Batman, so you got 2 Robins back there. Now, I look at that safety room as a 22nd ranked safety room. But they do have a player that I like. I like Tavares Moore. 1, because he's a Golden Eagle. And those that know. So we're going to go into it. But 2, he's one of my favorite guys to play with on Madden. I know Madden had nothing to do with real life, but his combination of size and speed really helps. He's like 6'2", ran like a 4.4. So I don't know if he'll have an opportunity to break that lineup at one of those safety spots. But he definitely can if something happens to Owens or Darnell Savage. You got a guy back there that can be rangy and come up and hit, and has played some pretty good football in that San Francisco secondary. He coming to Green Bay from San Francisco. So You got an experienced guy back there that can help out that room. And if I didn't mention it, their safety room is ranked 22nd. Now, giving the Packers a total score of 18.55556, which puts them at 20th on my list. Not 20th, I'm sorry. Said that wrong. 18th on my list. They're 18th on the list, not 20th. So the Green Bay Packers are 18th on the list. So we're going to run through the rankings one more time as they scroll up on the screen so you can see where everybody's ranked at. And you can kind of make your comments whether I'm too high, too low, or spot on, or you agree, disagree, or you think I'm a fool. So let's do that. Quarterback room with Jordan Love leading them, I have 25th. Running back room, 6th with Aaron Jones and Quadzilla. The wide receiver room, 27th with Christian Watson as that leader. The tight end room with the rookie as the leader, ranked 30th. O-line room with Bakhtiari still there, ranked 8th. Defensive line edge room. And who's the leader of that room? I still got this, I guess it's Rashawn Gary still. They're the 21st ranked defensive line edge group. Linebacker 17th. Cornerbacks 11th with Jair. And the safety room ain't 22nd with Darnell Savage as the leader back there, making them the 18th best team on the more Sip2Tally power ranks. So if you have not liked the video, please like the video. Hit the bell so you can notice when these videos come out, because I know you're going to subscribe already. I already know you've done that. And be here when the rest of the countdown drops. We're at team number 17 now, so you got 2 weeks and 3 days. 2 weeks and 3 days until we get to team number 1. And so hopefully you can start putting in like who you think the next team is down in the comment section, and we can do that. Man, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow for number 17.